Derby, 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 and derby, derby, derby. Oh, derby, 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 derby. Hey.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day here in South Dakota. I know a lot of y'all are having a fantastic one. It's Turby Derby, ladies and gentlemen. It's Turby Derby time. I am Turby Derby. We are all Turby Derby. You already know. And we carry the motherfucking flame here at the Hasan broadcast. The flame for Turby Derby is alive. And well, speaking of Abdul, there's something really funny that I saw last night. So if you recall, we watched this brilliant Haley Stevens video that I'm going to play again. They're only 38 seconds long. It's one of my favorite Haley Stevens videos of all time. It turns out, let's just watch this and then we'll get to it.
Okay, over here, we have the Ambassador Bridge. Trucks, freight, moving back and forth from the Motor City to Canada, moving our economy forward. This bridge is open. It's owned by Donald Trump's biggest donor, Matty Maroon.
This bridge is open. It's owned by Donald Trump's biggest donor, Matty Maroon. I love her. What gives?
They're collecting tolls with every passing. But wait a minute, look over here. The Michigan-made, Canada-paid Gordie Howe Bridge. Not open. Why? Because Donald Trump will sell out our country to the highest bidder. Michiganders, when I'm your senator, this corruption will stop. And see, Abdul, it's more than two sentences.
She ends it with, see, Abdul, it's more than two sentences. Well, it turns out this video that just got uploaded 22 hours ago is almost identical to Abdul's video from February 23rd. Now, it turns out everyone has shown these two bridges, right? It's kind of crazy. Everyone that's running for office in Michigan, including the Republican Mike Rogers, has their own version of this video. And it's beautiful to watch. You can watch Mallory McMorrow's version, you can watch ABDUL EL-SAYED's version, and you can watch Mike Rogers' version to develop a better understanding of how they message around these issues or what their ideology is. Now, it's a fucking big deal. It's billions of dollars that we're talking about, right? A lot of commerce. Moving the Motor City for Michiganders. It's a big fucking deal. Oh, she would never say fucking. But I find it really funny that she even brings up Abdul at the end of her speech, and yet Abdul made this exact same video almost a year ago.
Around, children, for the tale of two bridges, a sordid tale of collusion, of corruption. The first bridge, the Gordie Howe Bridge. The second, the Ambassador Bridge, the largest privately owned bridge in America, owned by the Maroon family, known for their slimy business practices and tactics. As the opening of the Gordie Howe Bridge came to pass, the Maroons realized that they could not let this happen. Should this other bridge, another opportunity, open, it would mean that the Maroons would go from making billions and billions of dollars to making just billions of dollars. And of course, they could not let that happen. So what did they do? They called their benefactor, one Donald Trump, a would-be king holding office in a White House with now a very large ballroom, apparently. So what did the wannabe King Trump do? He did what any wannabe king would do. He used his power to complete the circle of corruption, to protect his benefactors and their billions of billions. He stopped the Gordie Howe Bridge from opening. So what is the lesson to be learned from this, children? That we need to get money out of politics, put money back in your pocket, and pass Medicare for all.
Okay, over here, we have the Ambassador Bridge. Trucks, freight, moving back and forth from the Motor City to Canada, moving our economy forward.
Incoming.
This bridge is open. It's owned by Donald Trump's
No, I didn't see Julian Casablanca's Oxford Union speech. Why would I have watched that? Look, chatter, who keeps asking me, have you seen Julian Casablanca's Oxford Union speech? Do you want to know why I'm not watching that? Because I'm too busy. When I go offline, when I end the broadcast, a lot of you think like I'm reading books or whatever, or maybe, you know, reading articles, trying to develop like better understanding of things I'm going to be talking about. No, it's none of those things. I'm watching Haley Stevens videos on repeat. I'm watching Haley Stevens on repeat say, biggest donor, Matty Maroon, Trump's biggest donor. I love that. I love her. I really do. I mean, she's such a freak about Israel, obviously, but It's becoming a new stim for me, new vocal stim for me.
They're collecting tolls with every passing. But wait a minute, look over here. The Michigan-made, Canada-paid Gordie Howe Bridge.
So yeah, I mean, she stole his flow. It'd be harmless convergent evolution if she hadn't signed off the video acting like this was proof she's super smart and has original thoughts all the time. Yeah, it's really funny.
What gives?
That's my favorite. What gives?
What gives?
What gives? Who has the McMorrow one though? Because apparently Mallory McMorrow made the exact same video, and so did Mike Rogers.
The Gordie Howe Bridge is finished, but Donald Trump won't open it because the billionaire family that owns the other bridge gave him $1 million. I'm Mallory McMorrow, and I've got one message for the president. Open this damn bridge. And you better believe I approve this message.
El-Sayed doing his best Zoran impression, McMorrow. I've got one message for you, Donald Trump. See, Abdul, I can string 2 sentences together. As far as concise messaging goes, McMorrow's is probably the most concise. Haley Stevens is a lot more real sounding and still much more concise than Abdul El-Sayed's. Abdul El-Sayed is very clearly not trying to Sayed is very clearly not trying to read like a script or anything. He's just, freestyling. Let's take a look at my GOAT on the other side. Michael Rogers. It's clear-cut corruption. Matty Maroon, Trump's biggest donor. Matty Maroon, has obviously demanded the Trump administration to stop the opening of this bridge that will obviously compete with their private bridge. It's clear-cut quid pro quo Republican billionaires that are campaign mega donors, Donald Trump, just like disrupting Michiganders from making more money, disrupting Michiganders from engaging in commerce. It's totally, it's unbelievable. It's totally unacceptable. Everyone's made that same message be known. Now let's hear how the Republican is covering it.
Today at the Gordie Howe Bridge. Gordie was known as one of the toughest guys in hockey, and we need to be as tough at stopping Chinese cars coming over that bridge as Gordie Howe was on the ice. Over the last 8 years, with 2 Democrat senators in Washington, we've lost over 40,000 manufacturing jobs in Michigan. That has to stop. Send me to Washington. I'll get this bridge open. I'll protect our auto jobs. And guess what, Michigan? We're going to have a growing Michigan manufacturing. Let's get to work.
Interesting, he doesn't mention why the bridge is not open yet. That shit might work on voters, sadly. Yeah, he's like, I'm going to stop Chinese cars from coming over this bridge. Okay, strange, but fine. Okay. I mean, that will, trade protectionism is certainly something that works, especially in Michigan. It's one of the few places that has a robust industrial base that remains in America, the automobile manufacturers. The problem for our boy Mike Rogers here is, of course, the UAW has endorsed Abdul El-Sayed. So good luck to him trying to make this argument, even amongst the rank and filers, especially when Abdul El-Sayed also has the aesthetics down pat, which many rank and filers that could find themselves in the throes of reactionary sentiment would potentially vote for someone like Abdul on the aesthetic grounds. This person owes you $500. No, this person owes Matt Sheehan $500. The case for Hasan Piker as a Democratic asset assumes he is interested in political power, is willing to help Democrats. Neither are true. He's made no effort to build a movement, fight for a cause, mobilize his base. Nothing. Politics is to Hasan as $1 million is to Mr. Beast. Content. Says the vice chair of a useless center-left think tank that literally achieved nothing and will never be as popular. Keep tweeting about Hasan because that's the only way you gain a following. I will bet $500 that we have knocked more doors than all efforts coordinated by Hasan. Huh. Interesting. Has anyone checked in on Progress Libs and CN Liberalism? They've been real quiet since this election cycle started. Name one thing Hasan has done other than bringing someone on stream. He's Rachel Maddow for people who don't go outside. I think these guys basically engage in a if I don't see it, then it's not real mentality. Not dissimilar to how Republicans behave, no object permanence whatsoever. And I guess that's what it is, where they just try to maintain this grip on the false narrative that they have created, where they're like, he actually doesn't go outside. And if you don't look into it, just Trust me, just take my word for it. He's never gone outside. This was their cope when Claire won in New York. Has helped win. If Hasan helped her win, then I was a Biden's 2020 campaign manager. Be real, he did nothing but stream with her, no different from a Fox News interview. Extremely annoying that this terminally online loser gets credit for helping campaigns when there are dozens of terminally online losers, meant endearingly, I'm one of them, who's done more than he has in his entire life to get progressives elected. So they do actually see me outside. And yet here, she's saying, name one thing Hasan has other done than bring someone on stream. I mean, there's probably no better way to prove it, but for a lot of these guys, it's not about the truth at all. It's about maintaining a narrative. And for many of them, some of them have an ideological predisposition. This person is supposed to be like a neoliberal. They're tasked with promoting neoliberalism, which is hilarious. I feel like that's a dead cause, not dissimilar to, Jonathan Greenblatt's initiatives of combating anti-Semitism. It's not going to work. Okay. You're fucking it up. You're making it far worse for yourself and the cause that you ostensibly promote. At a certain point, though, their dwindling followers have to realize that they're being led astray. They're being led down this weird pipeline where they're just consistently wrong. Yes. This woman also joked about Pete Hegseth, like demanded Pete Hegseth murder one of the Cuban flotilla individuals, demanded that Pete Hegseth blow up their boat. They got nothing. So the only thing that they can point to, the only thing they can do is just like deny reality. Yeah, it's irrelevant. It's not enough. It's just funny because like obviously the campaigns and the politicians don't feel that way. The campaigns and the politicians feel very differently, but they don't have to hear from them ever. They can, their job here is to just like maintain a narrative, maintain a certain narrative in their audience, a narrative that protects their ego, a narrative that protects their position. As long as this is not dissimilar to what Asmongold does, it's not dissimilar to what MAGA does. I think for a lot of people, they've basically realized that they can get away with just like consistently lying about things that are unfolding all around them, as long as their audience is not invested in any way, shape, or form in maintaining consensus reality. And unfortunately for many of us, a lot of people don't have that investment. Most people do not want consensus reality. They want their biases to be reaffirmed. Yeah, it's genuinely reflecting pool politics. Yeah, everything is turned into the reflective pool. If you're a Republican, you look at the pool and you say, you know what? That's actually American flag blue. Or if it's green and covered in algae, it must be because the Democrats, the Democrat Party did that. They terrorized the pool. They should all go to prison. There's no investment in consensus reality on that side. It's a cult and we call it out. But there are many different cults taking shape all around the internet. This is one of them. There are a lot of people that do this exact same thing. They look at a situation and they try to find a way to maintain their posture, maintain their narrative, reassert the idea that, this guy's actually silly. He's silly. He's ineffective. It doesn't matter. If any of these, God forbid, if any of these campaigns had lost, of course, they would immediately say, oh, they lost because they align with you. But when they win, you played no role in it. You haven't done anything. All you do is just go out there and interview people. It's kind of sad because I expect liberals to be a little bit better read than Republicans and to not behave in the same cult-like manner. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Yeah, you literally 4x canvasser turnout after you went to Colorado for Quiroz. Yeah, it's not even that. I mean, that's what the canvas leads were saying as well. I cannot get over the fact that they do this shit for a sex pest whose goal in life is to film himself consensually or not sucking and fucking anyone who will have him regardless of age. I know. I mean, that's one element of it. And I wish these people well. I hope they get out of this like weird cult. I don't think they ever will. I genuinely, I feel like they're just, this is their sense of belonging. It's like firmly established, so they have no commitment to the truth whatsoever.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage on. Together unbroken. We'll make heaven known.